I want something added to Club Clash for the next time it happens because we're 36 hours in and it's been quite stressful trying to get all the players in your team to fill these slots. So we've all got to do 6 races. And I woke up this morning, look at it, and we're a good team, so we communicate well. We've got a Discord channel to chat, and there were sort of 16 races undone. And then it took maybe 3 hours to work out who hadn't raced. Because you're asking in chat, but all the people asking are the active people. The person that hasn't done anything isn't even listening anyway. So you're trying to find out who hasn't done something, but you've got to do it through, right, everyone tell me how many you've done. And then you've got to find out who's missing. And for us to work out who hadn't played this morning, one of our teammates went through every single one of these races and wrote down on paper the player name and counted them and worked out who wasn't there. And that was the only way we could then target our communication to the players that hadn't raced to say, please, guys, will you start racing now so we can optimize and work out the best slots for people? So the thing I want added to Club Clash is a more complex status screen that doesn't just tell me and the total of my club, but actually gives me visibility of what each club member has done. Like in a standard daily events, when there's a club reward, it gives you a little green dot to tell you who's completed it. We that there's there's very little information in this to actually help us understand what our other club mates have done and to help us communicate, which was meant to be the sort of brilliant thing about this. We're all going to communicate and work together and achieve greatness, but we can't even really tell who's done what. If we then took it to the next level, when these races were outstanding, if there was an empty race here, as a leader of the team, I would want to click on an empty race and then assign it to a player. Oh, so he hasn't used a max car on that either. I was hoping that nearly all of my teammates, if I click on any of these races, we should have satisfied most of the extra conditions. So yeah, all extra conditions satisfied. There are no extra conditions on that one. All extra conditions satisfied. All extra conditions satisfied. No extra. Oh, that was our final race that we didn't have someone to fill. But yeah, extra conditions satisfied. So we've tried to satisfy all the extra conditions in these races. What was I talking about? Yeah, I would have liked to be able to assign players to it because then we could have been more accurate in making sure the right spots were covered before people filled spots that were less important when they've got cars that could have filled more critical spots. And I tried to advise my team to start at the right and work down. We believe these junctions are very important. I also believe, yeah, sorry, and that junction with less importance than 15 and 16. But then also the starts are going to be important because I think the better your start time on these early races, the more lives as such you're going to cost the opposition in attacking, and they'll never get a chance of getting up the streets. We've tried to satisfy all the extra conditions. That might mean that some of our times are easy to attack and we lose loads of points. But if someone attacks our times with a non-condition car, so if they attack our times with a better car that doesn't satisfy the conditions, we'll still retain the points from the conditions. But then some conditions aren't worth that much. So I think we were just debating River Park number 11 because it was one of our outstanding races and someone was going, oh, I don't have a C class Ford, but the value of the car being C class is only 36 points. The value of the race on its own 324, even if you don't use a Ford. And so if someone steals that from us, stealing the 324 is much more critical than actually whether or not we lose the 36 when we actually lose the points in the end anyway. Right, we aimed for covering as many objectives as possible. We haven't completed all our races yet. Oh, there's only 2 left now. Someone's just completed one while I've been talking. But that has meant that in the defense stage, before any attacks taken place, we're 4th in the leaderboard at the moment with 2 races left to do. And those 2 races should give us another 1,000 points. So we should move to at least 3rd. Oh, they're my thoughts on Club Clash after 36 hours. Good luck, guys. I'm madder than you.